Hey guys, it's Josh Robinson here. I'm gonna recite a piece called 911 Call. Gunshots. Gunshots in the park. Panic. People scream and run. They grab onto loved ones. Tires squeal and a car speeds off. In the midst of panic and ricocheted bullets, a single man is shot in the crossfire. As his hand touches his lower back and he dares to look at his bloody hand, his adrenaline starts to rush. Daddy, a 6-year-old, calls out, as she comes out of his arms from the kneel position she was in from his order to get down. Daddy, what's wrong? Why is your hands all red? He knows he doesn't have much time. Daddy is fine, sweetheart. He just has a little boo-boo, he says as he smiles at her. He stays in his cross position, not to do anything to alarm his daughter. He quickly scans the area, but everyone is still in a panic and quickly fleeing from the scene. No one notices he's been shot. As he reaches for his cell phone in his pocket, he starts to feel his loss of blood. His daughter starts to notice the blood dripping from his jacket. Daddy, Daddy. Her screams become louder as terror takes over her expression. He falls to the ground in pain, with his daughter crying over him. Don't worry, baby. Daddy is okay. As he tries to console her, he knows he must call 911. Daddy needs you to be a big girl, okay? Through tears and sobs, she slowly shakes her head. Get out my cell phone and dial 911. With each breath, more blood is forced out of his body. A small pool of blood is slowly forming around him. Daddy, his daughter screams at the top of her lungs. I love you, honey, he slowly mutters, before coughing up blood. Through her fear and crying, she goes to her father's coat pocket and dials 911. 911, what's your emergency? My daddy is hurt, she mumbles through sobs. Please help my daddy. Okay, do you know where you are? We are at the park. The dispatcher immediately knows which part because of the incoming calls reporting gunfire. I'm sending help to you and your daddy. You're going to be fine. Just stay on the phone with me, okay? That's my girl, he says, almost as soft as a whisper. I love you so much. Tell your mom I said I'm sorry. He can hear his daughter scream, but he doesn't know why. Everything slowly starts becoming blurry. Daddy is okay, he tries to say, but he can't. He passes out. His daughter weeps as she kneels over her father with her head on his chest. Craig had been dead for 15 seconds before help had arrived. His daughter was found kneeling in a pool of her father's blood, crying and screaming for her father as she held on to him. The paramedics were in tears when they had to separate her from him. His death was confirmed in an ambulance due to loss of blood. Craig was an average American living in a poor neighborhood, an amazing father who wanted to take his little girl to the park in the 2 hours he had off in between his 2 jobs. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. He knew it was a bad neighborhood, but it was all he and his wife could afford at the time. We wonder why life is the way it is, and why bad things seem to happen to good people, but everything happens for a reason. A good father and husband providing and protecting his daughter, a young girl showing courage and bravery in a nightmare situation, a fast-acting 911 dispatcher and paramedics. These are our everyday heroes. In dire situations, your true colors show. What kind of person are you? Rest in peace, Craig.